Hello and welcome. The spice trade. The reason Europeans risk life, limb and scurvy to sail halfway around the world. However, here is the thing. While everyone's busy fawning over the Portuguese, Dutch and Spanish, there is a story they are not telling you. A story about a kingdom that did not just sit back and watch the spice trade happen. It owned it. Enter Siam. Picture this. A land of golden temples, bustling markets and ports so busy they would make modern-day Singapore look like a sleepy fishing village. Siam, modern-day Thailand, was not just a stop on the spice route, it was the heartbeat of it. So today, my friends, we are diving into how this kingdom turned spices into ships, ships into power, and power into a legacy that shaped the world. Therefore, grab a coffee or cold drink, sit back and let us sail on a journey through time. Please do not worry, as I will try to keep the grumbling to a minimum, mostly. Now, let us start with the obvious question. Why spices? Well, for starters, they were not just about making food taste better, though, let us be honest, medieval European cuisine could have used all the help it could get. Spices were luxury items, status symbols and even currency. Nutmeg, cloves, pepper, these were not just seasonings, they were gold. Moreover, where did all these spices come from? The Malaccas, or the Spice Islands in modern-day Indonesia. However, here is a catch. Getting there was not exactly a walk in the park. You had to navigate treacherous seas, dodge pirates, and survive storms that could sink your ship faster than you could say nutmeg. This is where Siam comes in. Nestled smack in the middle of Southeast Asia, Siam was the perfect pit stop for traders. Its ports, like Ayutthaya, became the grand central station of the spice trade. Ships from China, India, Arabia and Europe all converged here, turning Siam into a melting pot of cultures, goods and ideas. Nevertheless, Siam did not just sit back and collect docking fees. Oh no, they were far too clever for that. They leveraged their strategic location to become a maritime power. How? By playing the ultimate middleman. Imagine this, a Chinese junk loaded with silk and porcelain pulls into a port. The captain trades his goods for Siamese rice and sapphires. Then an Arab dhow arrives with incense and pearls, swapping them for Chinese silk. Meanwhile, a Portuguese carrot sails in, eager to get its hands on cloves and cinnamon. Moreover, who is facilitating all this? The Siamese. They did not just control the flow of goods, they controlled the flow of wealth. Furthermore, let us not forget the cultural exchange. Siamese ports were like the United Nations of the 16th century. You would hear a dozen languages in a single market, see Hindu temples next to mosques and Buddhist stupas, and taste dishes that blended flavours from across the globe. It was a cosmopolitan paradise, long before anyone even knew what cosmopolitan meant. However, Siam's rise was not just about trade, it was about strategy. They built a formidable navy to protect their interests, forged alliances with powerful neighbours, and even played European powers against each other. When the Portuguese showed up, the Siamese did not panic, they negotiated. When the Dutch got pushy, they held their ground. Moreover, when the British came knocking, they made sure they got a good deal. By the 17th century, Siam was a regional superpower. Its wealth and influence stretched far beyond its borders, and its ports were the envy of the world. Nevertheless, as with all great empires, change was on the horizon. European colonization shifted trade routes, and internal challenges would eventually diminish Siam's dominance. Nevertheless, for a time, This kingdom ruled the waves, and the spice trade was the wind in its sails. So there you have it, the story of how Siam turned spices into ships, ships into power, and power into a legacy that still echoes today. It is a tale of strategy, savvy, and a bit of sheer luck. Furthermore, let us be honest, it is also a reminder that history is not just about big names we all know. Sometimes it is about the underdogs, or in this case the undercats, who quietly shaped the world. Now, if you have enjoyed this little journey through time, do me a favour, hit that like button, share this video with your history-loving friends, and subscribe for more tales from the past. Furthermore, if you have a favourite spice or a story about Siam, drop it in the comments, as I would love to hear from you. Until next time, remember, life is a bit like a spice trade, and may your spices always be fresh and your ships ever seaworthy. It is all about finding the right balance, making smart moves, and occasionally knowing when to let the other person think he or she is in charge. Bye bye.